Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. It's an engaging and enlightening talk show on life, relationships, and the business of life. Grab a cup of juice and just chill. Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. Live life. Live fully.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
Good to have you on the show. This is Omobola Stephen, the host of Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. On Life Well Lived, we like to focus on personal development and self-improvement topics with the occasion of experts and professionals who are added in these topics. We've come to realize in the passage of time the importance of personal development and self-improvement as it's a lifelong process we must embrace in life in order for us to move from where we are to where we need to be. Now, it's a lifelong process and it's worth the effort at the end of the day if we don't give up. Now, change can only happen to us if we're willing and ready to take the change even as it comes in life. Today on Life Well Lived, I have Tom Paladino. He's a researcher of Tesla Energy. Now, Tom will be talking about scalar light and energy. Such an interesting topic of discussion of the show today. Welcome, Tom Paladino.
Pleasure. Thank you, Omobola. Thank you.
Thanks for joining me on the show once again. Looking forward to a great time. I'd like you to tell my audience about scalar light and energy and how does it affect us generally?
I work with an energy called scalar energy, scalar light. It's the initial energy of the sun and the stars. And I've developed instruments that can control that energy from the sun and the stars. And what I've discovered is when I'm working with this energy, it helps people. It improves the health of people as well as animals. So this is a new, if you will, branch of physics. Scalar energy is not electricity. But I'm at the forefront of this movement, this scalar energy healing movement, with, if you will, engineered instruments that are able to control that energy from the sun and the stars. That's key to my work. I have developed instruments that can control this energy. It's quite fascinating.
Sure, it does. Quite fascinating, as you said. Now, you mentioned healing. I'm really interested in this aspect. So is that anything like a new healing?
No, I can't say so because my instrument is unique. Behind me is one of the instruments that I'm working with. These are custom-built instruments. Now, what is so unique about my work? I never work with people. I never work with animals. I work with photographs of people. This is the new science in which we can locate a person's signature or their energy on a photograph. So it's really metaphysics. This is a new branch of physics in which we don't work with people. The photograph is their bilocated version. And what's the point? Well, it's the energy field that I work with. I never work with people. It's not biological. It's not chemical. I work with the energy field on the photograph. Now, what's the point? Well, if we can share a conversation through our computer, we can communicate through our computer, then I can communicate through a photograph. And it's the energy field on the photograph that receives the healing. I heal the energy field.
All right, now let's look at the potential in medicine and healing. Can you share your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, in general, when I'm speaking about healing per se, I'm speaking about soul, mind, and body. Soul, mind, and body. Now,
now you're talking about spirituality there, right?
Yes. Right. Soul, mind, and body. So this is a healing, if you will. And the healing is through this instrument, but the instrument controls an energy that's divine. I believe scalar energy, what I'm working with, is divine energy. And hence, I believe it's a healing from God, soul, mind, and body.
Right. Good to
So
know
with
that.
that,
Good to know. Good to know that we're focusing on spirituality here, talking about medicine and healing. And so we know what scalar energy is all about and the benefits that accrue to animals and also human beings. I'd like you to talk about the challenges so far. How has it been received in the global environment?
yeah, the challenges are educating people. Most people are open to this, but sadly, what we're doing is not taught by academia. See, academia only deals with the physical body. They don't deal with the metaphysical or the aura or the spirit. So I'm trying to bridge that gap and show that, yes, the physical body exists, but there's also a non-physical body. So what am I working with? I'm working with consciousness. I'm working with a person's, if you will, energy field or the aura that surrounds them. This is so important. Sadly, today, Western medicine is only concentrating on the physical body. I want to introduce a new physics that controls the spirit or has an influence over the spirit, which is an entirely new discipline. This is not medicine. This is not Newtonian physics.
Tom, you're trying to bridge the gap, as you rightly said. But how do you hope to achieve this? Looking at the challenges that you presented so far, especially talking about the Western and modern form of medicine that we all are familiar with and are used to.
Yeah. Well, I have to find my crowd, so to speak. I've presented this to academia. They're not ready for it yet because it's not taught by academia. It's too theoretical. So I have to work with people who believe in theory or at least are open to theory. So to be clear, what I'm doing is not taught by any university. There's no university class that I know of. Why? It's groundbreaking. My work really stems back to that of Nikola Tesla. Tesla was the first scalar energy researcher. Now, he was working with power generation. I'm working with quantum health. The point is, this is, to this day, even though it's been 100 years in the making, remains groundbreaking. This has not been embraced yet by academia.
All right. Thanks so much for sharing your thoughts to my audience, Tom Paladino. You have any exciting news, any important information you'd like to share with the audience?
Yeah, I would. When I'm working with people, I only work with photographs, as I mentioned. Now, this is what the energy can do. If I place a person's photograph inside the instrument, there's a chakra balancing. We balance the 7 chakras with this instrument. Let me explain. The instrument is on, it's functioning, it's very powerful. If I were to hold up a light bulb to the instrument, the light bulb will illuminate under the influence of scalar energy. That's how powerful that instrument is. So if I place my photograph inside the instrument, it's as if my chakras are being illuminated. So the identical energy that's going into this light bulb is the energy that's going into my 7 chakras. And you can only achieve that with scalar energy. This is not an electrical instrument. Here, let me use a red lamp, a red light bulb. Now, if that red light bulb animates, that's the amount of energy going into my chakras. It's so powerful it can illuminate the mind if it can illuminate a light bulb. So what is the upshot? The upshot is people feel better. The upshot is people say, yes, I feel enlivened. I have a state of euphoria. Again, how is that possible? It's possible through this branch of metaphysics. It's possible through this 0-point force field. Working through the aura, working through the energy field only, we can balance the brain waves and we can balance the chakras. We do that through the influence of the scalar energy instrument. Again, all of my work is non-physical because the non-physical, the spirit, transcends the physical. I'd rather work at the spirit realm, the non-physical, than the physical.
All right, now, Tom, right from your own lab down to my own home, are you trying to tell my audience is that healing can take place?
This can take place, if you will, through the interface of scalar energy. This is a different dimension. What we understand of electricity and magnetism is relatively true and accurate. This is a different existence. This is a different reality. There is something there's a dimension that transcends time and space. This transcends time and space, this type of energy. So there's really two events in the universe that we can explain, one by way of electromagnetic theory and one by way of scalar theory. So if we really look at this from that vantage point, there's two explanations for reality. This is a different reality than what we're used to. This is the reality that you're transcending space and time. This is a quantum reality. It's the reality of spirit, the reality of non-physical. All of my work is non-physical. I don't have a proton or electron involved in my work.
Right. Any social media handles on your website for us to connect. And now, you are also offering a 15 days free session to any of your clients or my audience. Can you tell me more?
Yeah. In order to prove this, I have to allow people to experience this free of charge on our website. Scalarlight.com is our website. Go to the website. You can upload, email us your photograph. You can send us photographs of your family and pets. We'll work with everybody for free for 15 days. We'll balance your chakras. We have a method in which we can identify viruses and bacteria, and we can eliminate viruses and bacteria. And we're also able to take nutrients such as beta carotene and download beta carotene or any type of micronutrient into your quantum field. So what does a nutrient do? Well, it triggers your point in your body where you're no longer hungry. It gives you energetic vitamins, energetic minerals, not chemical in nature. We're not taking a protein shake. We're not eating food. We're getting our nutrition through energy. So this is the new science in which you can receive your nutrition through energy.
Right, good to know once again. Such an interesting topic of discussion, Tom. We know that we have the doubting Thomas over there. Tom, how is this possible to achieve this? Well, I will like you to share more insights on that, how you can clear the doubts in the minds of my audience.
Yeah, if you have doubts, I understand. But keep in mind, this is an instrument. I am following the laws of science. This is a scientific instrument. There's no human reasoning involved. So you cannot speak against the laws of science. The laws of science are fundamental. I don't operate, the instrument operates. So if people are dubious, well, just look at our results. Look at our testimonies. Keep in mind, it's energy. Energy never makes a mistake. All of my work is driven by the law of science. There's no human reasoning whatsoever.
Thanks once again, Tom Paladino, a researcher of Tesla Energy, for sharing your thoughts on today's show, talking about scalar light and energy and how it does affect us, the benefits and also the challenges that are created. But I believe that with your expertise and also the insights you've shared on this show, I wish you best of luck in this project that you embark upon and also in subsequent ones, Tom.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Now, if you'd like to catch up with any missed episodes of the show, you can do so on any course promotion platforms or any distribution platforms to bump into online. Do have an amazing time as you listen to experts, professionals, and thought leaders share their thoughts, insights on topics or subjects under personal development and self-improvement. We cover topics such as spirituality, relationships. So, we also talk about business, talk about mental health, and also health and wellness, and so much more on personal development and self-improvement topics. Till I come your way, I always need you to stay safe. I talk to you soon.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe and leave us a review.